All right, here we go. The Hutchinson Report podcast take of the week. Leroy, you ready to rock and roll with this one? All right. What we like to do with the Hutchinson Report podcast take of the week is some of the news, some of the views, some of the opinions, some of the happenings, and some of the developments that have been making the news this week. Things that I like. That's right, what I like and what I consider top of the line. I don't care what Leroy likes. I'm talking about what I like. Why A.H. Hoffman are they picketing your favorite district attorney's home? They're back out there again picketing L.A. County District Attorney Jackie Lacey's private home. A.H. Hoffman is cheering that. A.H. Hoffman, you know what? Here's the deal. I know you're cheering, but I'm going to be a bit of a contrarian on this. Okay. All right, you know what I think about Jackie Lacey? Not as a person. No. We don't get personal with this.
No.
What she has not done in terms of prosecuting police officers that beat up, brutalize, and kill you. That's all. You won't do it. You won't prosecute them.
God,
what can I
said
tell
that
you?
So casually.
What can I tell you? I mean, you won't do it. If you won't do it, you won't do it. So, I mean, we have to call you out on that. 4 years ago, I and other civil rights activists, we were the first to go in and call for Jackie's resignation and a recall campaign. Long before any other group came along, we did it first. We've been out there for a long time doing that. Been pounding Jackie. You know, A.H. Hoffman on my show. We are unsparing with Jackie. But nonetheless, I think there's a line, Leroy, that you draw. Leave her home alone. Demonstrate, protest, shout, scream, call for everything, get her out of there, at her office downtown. No problem with that. She's a public official. She's a big woman. She can take that. I want to say big girl, but that's sexist,
Very sexist.
I'd get in trouble. Okay, you're a mature woman. You can accept
you.
that. And the public official, it comes with its herb. But, knock it off at the home. Let me tell you why. A couple of reasons on that. The home, when you do that, Leroy, what it does, it builds sympathy. It builds sympathy. Is that what you really want to do? Jackie's up for re-election. What you don't want to do, and we almost saw that before, you almost re-elected her before by going to the home, knock the home off, stay at her office down there. If you're serious about getting her out of there, you're going to build sympathy. You're being counterproductive with that. The other thing I do believe, Leroy, she has a right to privacy. That's her home. That's her abode. I think anybody has that right. Respect that. Come on. A.H. Hoffman, I'm going to be out in front of your house with the picket sign. Let's see if you would be doing this then. You're right. Yeah. No, I'll tell you what you'd be doing. You'd be calling the LAPD, or you would have your revolver out there waving it. That's what you'd do. Get the heck out in front of my lawn.
I doubt if they would do anything, so yeah.
Well, but you'd be out there screaming and shouting and pointing fingers. All right, John Bolton, I can't tell you what a I didn't realize what a big far-out right-winger this guy is. God! I got his book, Leroy. I couldn't get through it. It's tough sledding. I couldn't get through it. I'm trying to get through it how he's beating up on Trump, right, and all the palace secrets. I couldn't get through that because he wants to nuke North Korea. He wants to go in and beat up on Iran, scrap all the treaties that Obama put together. Go in and, we normalize relations with Cuba. He wanted to scrap all of that. God, this guy is so far right-wing. Even Trump said, wait a minute. Even I can't take some of this guy's stuff here. I got to tell you, John Bolton, a warmonger, a far-out right-winger, and a darling of the right wing. I see why they love this guy over there. I want you to tell me one thing. Why is the NBA, why is the MLB, why is the NFL, why is the NHL, that's the National Hockey League, the National Football League, the Major League Baseball League, and the National Basketball Association? One simple question. Why, Leroy? Why are they trying to have a season now, knowing full well you've got COVID again on the rise? You have got every play in the college season, too. Going to camp, bringing players there, intermingling. There's not going to be any social distancing in the training camp. That's impossible. Or on the field, I think it's a little thing when you're playing sports. Leroy and Angela, have you ever heard of being able to play football, basketball, baseball, or hockey without sweating? No. I think you have to sweat a little bit, don't you? COVID is transmitted, like fluids, things that are in the air, particles. No. I'm sorry. Cancel the season. The problem is let's take the NFL, because, and by the way, I don't say that lightly. I'm an NFL junkie, as you well know. But nonetheless, I'm also a person that's a realist, too. I believe in safety. I believe in health. I believe in life. And the fact of the matter is, we've seen a lot of young people now that have, a lot of young people have preconditions too. It's not just the old geezers like Leroy. I'm speaking from him, not me, because I just turned 29. It's not them, that's suffering from diabetes, heart stuff, cancer, and all of that, strokes. A lot of young people have preconditions too. COVID, as we know, is an energizer for that. It triggers preconditions. COVID doesn't kill you itself, but if you have things, boom, it can take you out. So here's the deal. You got a lot of young people that are playing, most sports are played by young people, and we're seeing the rise of that among young people. Cancel the season, call it off. But you know what? The owners are so effing greedy. But do you have to be stupid too? I got your greed part, but stupid too. Here's the deal. The first game, prediction, A.H. Hoffman, if the NFL opens up, by the way, they canceled the All-Star game, and the MLB canceled it too. If they open up, I can guarantee you this, after the first go-round, first game, first week, if they open up, when they test the players, do you know how many players are going to test positive for COVID? Do you know how many fans, if you have fans, are going to test positive? That will be a public relations nightmare that is of colossal proportions. Is that what you want? Not to mention, Leroy, liability too? No, but you can't be that stupid. Okay, Trump is at Mount Rushmore today. He's at Mount Rushmore. By the way, do you think they put masks around the founding fathers at Mount Rushmore? Can you see a mask around George Washington, the monument? Well, there's a lot of people that want to get rid of George Washington, too.
Well, I just think it's a nasty question.
Might be. It might be, Donald, but the fact of the matter is, you're there. I don't think anybody's social distancing there. They've already made it clear we're going to be here. We're going to be honoring America, Mount Rushmore, the founding fathers. We're just going to have a good time. By the way, Don Trump Jr., his girlfriend, tested positive for COVID. Everybody around Trump has tested positive for COVID that's come in contact.
He's the big virus.
And
the nucleus.
No,
the big virus.
Well, he is COVID. I think you call him.
Yeah.
I think you call him COVID-45.
That's what I do call him, COVID-45.
Now, here's the problem with all of that. The fact of the matter is, even COVID. I interviewed Mr. COVID, not too long ago, and Mr. COVID told me we thought about going into Donald Trump, going into his body. We took one look at what was inside of him, and we fled in terror. That's what Mr. COVID said. We fled in terror. Could not have that. Oh, my God. All right. One final thing, a little bit of money. Where's Ricky? Ricky, can you transition into money? You know my favorite here. A.H. Hoffman, Leroy, pay attention to this. And also, many in our audience out there, the L.A. Regional COVID Recovery Fund, courtesy of Wells Fargo, $6,000 to $15,000 in individual grants, not loans, targeted A.H. Hoffman to minority, i.e. African American, Asian American, Pacific Islander, Hispanic American, or not American, businesses, and, are you ready, A.H. Hoffman, nonprofits and individuals. A grant of $6,000 to $15,000. On Monday, it opens up. Money. We will be applying, A.H. Hoffman, our nonprofit. There you go, and others too. So if you have a small business, a medium-sized business, and you're in trouble, and as we well know, Leroy, most of them are in trouble, take advantage of this. By the way, there will be a web page, a website, the L.A. Regional COVID Recovery Fund. Make a note of that. All right, you've been listening to the Hutchinson Reports Town Hall, and that is our Town Hall podcast take of the week.
The Hutchinson Report.
There will be major battles within the Senate, the House, Congress, and the White House, whoever the president is.
Your host, Earl Afari Hutchinson.
We got to cut this. We got to cut that. We got to raise taxes. Why? Because you've got to raise that money somewhere, and we know 1% corporate cronies, they're not going to pay their share.
Tune into the Hutchinson Report, Saturdays at 9 a.m.
Once again, it falls back on the shoulder of guess who? Joe and Jane, blue collar and poor person. There is no free lunch.
Right here on KPFK.